Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. In today's video, we are going to be creating a look using two different palettes, but the same eye look on each eye. So if you guys are interested in seeing what kind of look we create, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to show you guys what palettes we're going to be using. So we are going to be using the ABH Norvina Volume 2 palette. So this is the palette that has a lot of the blue colors, which goes with the other palette that I want to use today. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay, I think just these two. So this is, I don't know if it's gonna say now, it's the Blueprint. This is the Blueprint Stock palette by Mellow Cosmetics. I will have the link of where you can purchase both of these and how much it costs. So just to get started, we will go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. And then we will be using a makeup eraser sponge to apply it all over our eye, just to prime our eyes. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I have a review on the makeup eraser sponge. I will have it listed down below in the comments so you guys can go and check that out. So for starters, we are going to go into the ABH palette, and I am going to use the color. I'm gonna try to get them like pretty similar. This is harder than I thought. I'm gonna go into C3. So the middle shade right there. It's gonna be a little bit darker for a transition shade, but that's all I have to work with right now. So I'm gonna take the JS number 5 brush, so just a fluffy crease brush, and we're gonna go into the color, and we're just gonna blend it out from the outer corner going in. And again, go super light, because we'll just build it up. I'm hoping these come out pretty similar. So see, we have like a nice gradient. It's sort of looking a little bit more purple than blue. And then we'll use the same brush and we'll go in with the shade Dim Out, which is the darker matte blue. Take a tiny wee bit, tap off the excess, because from my recent video, it did have a lot of fallout. Okay, so for starters, it's harder to see on camera, but you can tell there's a bit of a difference in the shades. But we'll continue. We'll see how close we can actually get it. Again, it's makeup. It's just fun. You can tell that Malt has, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use two brushes. So I think they're both the same. JS5. Yeah, they're both JS5. And I'm gonna go in Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix colors. So I'm gonna go in with D5, which is like the navy blue, and mix it in with the C3, which we were using, and see if we can get it a bit closer. Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna blend the other side out just a little bit more. Just to get it a little bit darker at the crease point. It's not that bad. I definitely like both of them. Okay, and then I am going to go in with the darker shimmer shade. The darker shimmer shade. And that will be King Stud, which is this one right here. I'm going to use the brush JS number 6, so just a flatter, pointier brush. And I'm gonna go in there and just put some on and just focus it on the outer corner. When I made it, I'm gonna use my finger. What I learned about the last time is you don't need to get a lot. So far there's no fallout, so that's good. Okay, and then for the ABH palette, I'm gonna go in with C2, which has a little bit of shimmer because I want to kind of do the same look on both eyes. So I do want some shimmer, which this might be a little bit too light. Yeah, it's definitely different. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take like the flat pointed brush, so the JS6, just a clean one. And then I'm going to go in with the shade B4, which is a darker blue. And I'm going to go in the outer corner and blend it in my crease. That way we have like a little bit of a darker shade, because I find the one above is more of like a purple. So I kind of want to mix the two, so there's less of like a huge difference in color. Now if I was doing like a cut crease, I think I wouldn't have that much of an issue, it wouldn't matter. Then I'm going to go back in with the C2, which is the lighter blue, and we're just gonna pack that on. It's a little bit better. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Then I'm going to go in with this shade Deadbolt, which is the darker too, but the shimmer. And I'm just gonna put that on my finger, and we're going to just blend it kind of more so in the center. So you have like a gradient from darker to lighter. I just love their shimmer shades. Okay, and then for the other eye, I'm gonna go in with D1. I'm running out of fingers. Okay. And we will put that, I think what I'm gonna do, because there's less shimmer shades in this one, I'm gonna pull that all the way to the inner corner. So from the center on. So just like that. Okay, and then for the other side, I'm gonna go in with, you can see it, Skylight, which is the lighter blue. Super pretty. Again, I'm gonna take my same finger that I did with the other side. And we're just gonna go from the inner corner out to where the other shimmer ends. It's harder on this, actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my other hand. I actually have a little makeup eraser right in front of me, which is perfect. So I'm going to just wipe off the excess shadow. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take what's ever left on my brush, and I am just going to blend the top of each side. And I'm maybe gonna take just a plain brush and then just above where the shadow meets my skin, I'm just going to like go over it just so that it's not a harsh line. As far as fallout, there's maybe a tad here. It's not too bad. So we have our lids done. I say they're pretty similar, except this one's a little bit darker. Okay, so now we are going to go in with a wing liner. So I just have my black NYX one. So this is the Epic eyeliner. And we're going to do a bit of a bigger wing this time. So I've been playing around with how I do it a bit. Still the same techniques. You like swipe upwards and then connect it. Okay, so what I do is I do the bottom and attach the wing to my lid, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go start the other way now from the inner corner. And what I like about this liner is that it's black. So even if you have shimmer shadows underneath, it's still gonna be black. So there we go. There's one. Oh no. I got it on my lid. Okay, well, we'll leave it in hopes that it's dry and it's just gonna flake off like mascara. Okay, so now we do the other one. Again, I'm not a makeup artist. I can give you guys any tips and tricks that I learned from other people, but I definitely did not go to school for makeup. Okay. Now we'll let this one dry a bit, because I've learned my lesson on the other one. So they're kind of similar, not too shabby, and we'll use this spoolie. You can always put on like eyeshadow. And of course I bought, like, you know, the waterproof one. Okay. What one is the ABH one? Worst case, you guys see a little bit of it. Hopefully in the camera you guys don't notice it that much, but I think we did a pretty good job. Not to toot my own horn, but so now we're gonna go do the under eye. So I'm gonna take a JS number 12 brush, and for the ABH side, I'm gonna go in with a C3. And just a little bit, because we don't want a lot. And we're gonna go underneath. All the way to the center, and just going back and forth. And then after that, I'm gonna take C2, which is the lighter with a little bit of shimmer. I'm just gonna take a bit of that, tap off the excess, and then run it right to the inner corner. And just blend underneath too. Okay. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use the C1. And then we're going to put it in the inner corner. Which will bring the light to the corner and make your eye seem bigger, as you can kind of tell. So for the other side, I'm going to go in with the darker shade, or the darkest shade, so dimmed out. I'm gonna tap my brush in there, tap off the excess, and then do the same thing as we did on the other side. Do the center. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this shimmery blue, which is called Deadbolts. And we're gonna take that up into the inner corner. And then for the inner corner for this one, oops. I am going to use the shade Everything. Took like 5 years, so the lightest one at the corner. And then what I'll do is I'll put it on the brow bone too. And there we go. And on the other side, I will use the same color that we used on the inner corner. So C1. Let me tell you a funny story. So I stop because I think I hear a noise and someone's coming, but nobody does. And then I take a picture. And then I go downstairs and rewatch this whole video and realize I didn't put on mascara. I didn't, give you guys my final thoughts. Anyways, so that's where we're at. So I'm gonna put on mascara. We did the eyeliner. I have mascara somewhere here. So we're gonna take the Too Faced. Dang. No, I'm just kidding. Damn Girl mascara, and we're gonna put that on. So this is just a sample size, but it has like a humongous wand, which I like for the top, but I find it harder for the bottom lashes. So we're gonna put this on. There we go. And for the lower waterline, I have this blue gel paint electric eyeliner. So we're gonna put it on. Sorry for showing my eyeballs. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh man. Since we're already here, we can try the magnetic liners. Well, magnetic liner and lashes. So this is going to be crazy look. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get as close to your lash line as possible. I could have just used this originally, but I find this one harder to work with. So we'll let that dry. So you're supposed to let it dry for 80% of the way. We'll just like fan it out. So out of the two, I feel like I already needed that up again. So out of the two lashes I have the bigger one. So this is called, oops. Oh, did I take it? We'll continue. This one's called Lucky, and then this one is called Living. I don't know why this keeps on happening. Because now it's the other eye. Okay. So now we're gonna go in with our lashes. So basically they are put on as if you were to stick them on like that. So basically when you look at them, it's the opposite eye. So the inner corner is a lot smaller than the outer corner. And I'm just going to snap them on. Ooh. Bam. The longest lashes I've ever had. Okay. And then the other one. What you could do is you could put mascara on over top, but I don't want to do that because I want to keep them for a longer time. I think that's good. I feel like okay. There we go. So that's the completed look today. I think you can kind of still tell that they're different, but they're pretty close. So that's the palette that we used for. Now I'm forgetting which side is what. I believe this side is for this side. Yeah. This side is for this side. This palette is, the ABH palette is for this side. And then the Mellow Cosmetics palette is on this side. So let me all know how you think the look turned out today. If you have any suggestions or anything for any future looks, just let me know down in the comments. I will also have my Instagram and my Facebook page linked in the description box and at my outro. I also will have the link to my previous video that I just uploaded. So thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.